it's Liv and we are back in the shower. Today I'm taking you guys along with me on my Soultanicals Carefree 4C wash and go. We are starting on super old and super dirty 3-week-old even vacation hair. My hair is super tangled, it's a mess, so let's get started.
Let's begin by saturating our hair with water and then splitting it into two and then into half, grabbing a scrunchie to put our hair into 4 messy buns. I'm going to be treating my scalp using my Soultanicals Healthy Hair Love Deep Cleansing Scalp Scrub, using a generous amount, applying it onto my scalp and then using the palms of my fingertips to massage it in. Ooh girl, I was flaky, so this feels so good and was much needed. Once all of my scalp was covered and scrubbed, I then ran my hair under the water by squeezing my little space buns until the water ran clear. Feels so good! Now, the next step is to section off our hair. The way we have our hair sectioned now is how it's going to remain sectioned up until the very end. I like to be very precise with this by sectioning from the ear down, then from the temple down, and of course lastly the frontal bangs. Doing this on both sides for a total of 6 bantu knots. To cleanse the hair and to get my 4C 4B curls poppin', I'm going to be using my Soultanicals Master Hair Cleanse Curl Detox. Absolutely one of my favorites. If you can't tell, the consistency is like clay and it expands in water. So we're going to grab one of our bantu knot sections and saturate with water and grab a generous amount of the product and paint it onto our roots and then massage it in. Then grabbing another generous amount and painting it onto the length of the hair, and lastly grabbing some more and applying it onto our ends. Once the hair is fully coated, it's the perfect time to finger detangle. Notice that as the product melts in my hair, the more my curls pop. Once the hair is detangled, I split it into 2-strand twisted and bantu knot it out of the way to keep it stretched. I then move on to the next section following the same technique. Saturating the hair with water, applying the curl detox onto my roots and massaging it in, then grabbing some more, well a lot more, and massaging it onto the length, and then lastly onto the ends. Then finger detangle. I like to dip my hair in the water every now and then while detangling because it makes it so much easier. The product expands in water, so if you need some, grab some. I also like to add as much product as I see fit. I like to keep adding product and finger detangling until I realize that my curls are beginning to pop, and this is a curl detox, so the longer I keep it in and the more I work it in, the more my curls will pop. The secret to a successful wash and go is clean hair. The cleaner the hair, the more defined your curls would be. After finishing up all of my sections, I threw on a plastic cap and allowed this to sit and do its magic for about an hour. Allow the product to sit for as long as you think needed. The longer it sits, the more it conditions, nourishes, and pops those curls, girl. After all the sections are unraveled, I run my hair underwater, squeezing all of the detox out until the water runs clear. And once all the product is rinsed out, it's finally time to start our wash and go technique. We're going to be working one section at a time, drenching it with water before we begin, but you'll notice that by using the detox, my 4C 4B hair is already super defined with minimum frizz, perfect for a wash and go. I'm going to be using Soultanicals Bloom Super Potent Healthy Hair Growth Oil to help seal in all of that moisture, using a generous amount and massaging it into my hands, and pre-hand method applying it onto my hair strand. I like to rinse the section lightly one more time before applying my Soultanicals Afro Gelato Coil Enhancing Plant Gel, my favorite. I like to start off by using about a quarter size amount, massaging it in between my palms, and then pre-hand method applying it onto my section. Feel free to use as much as you think your hair needs. I like to use a quarter size amount at a time. Once all the strands are coated, use your fingers to rake through your hair to clump up the hair, but to also make sure we didn't miss any knots or tangles. Next, grab a little bit more gel, focusing this application only to the ends. to add more moisture and some more definition. And then this section is done, full of tons of kinks and curls. Next, grab a scrunchie and tie it up so we can move on to our next section. Following the same technique, begin by saturating the hair in water, and then you'll straight off the bat realize how coily and curly your 4C hair is, girl. And they said it didn't curl. And then I'm going to grab some of my Soultanicals growth oil, applying that onto the length of my hair pre-hand method, and then drenching it in water just a little bit more before applying a quarter size amount of my favorite gel, applying that pre-hand method as well. Applying about a quarter size amount of the gel at a time until I feel that my hair is fully coated. Raking through to clump and to catch any tangles before adding some more gel only to the ends for added moisture and definition. Finish off that section by taking out that ponytail from before, combining all the pieces together into a loose ponytail. Once that last section is complete, put everything up into one loose ponytail. Great! Continue this technique on the other side, and boom! 2 ponytails later, give it a good shake to loosen up those kinks and curls and get rid of some of that extra product, and we can finally hop out of the shower. Now it's time to dry these curls using my blow dryer and my diffuser attachment. Setting it to a high speed and medium heat, I'm going to focus the diffuser onto my puffs. Rotating the diffuser around my puffs, making sure that majority of my length is dry without disrupting my curls. If you never used a diffuser before, here's a tip. You don't want to squish the hair when you're using the diffuser. You just want it to get just close enough so it can freeze and dry those curls in place. I love using a diffuser when doing a wash and go because it reduces frizz, it dries the hair really quickly, and I feel like it just freezes everything in place. Once your puffs are dry, remove the hair ties and give it a good shake. Looking good. By this point, your hair should be about 70% dry, only wet within the roots, so get dressed and grab your diffuser attachment and begin to dry your roots by placing the diffuser attachment directly into your scalp. I like to get a lot of body by doing this by swishing my hair all around and placing the diffuser onto my roots. Once the hair is dry, you can stop here, but I like to have my desired part, which is to the side, adding a little of aloe vera gel as my edge control, placing it onto my edges, and using a soft brush to comb it all in and putting it in place. Give it a shake and you're done. At night is super simple. Grab a whole lot of hair ties and use your fingertips to separate about medium to large size sections of hair, using the hair tie to create a loose ponytail. Continue doing this throughout the remainder of your hair. The amount that you use is completely up to you. I usually use anywhere between 6 to 8. Then grab the biggest bonnet you can find, slap it on, and bed. The next morning, when you take off your bonnet, you'll realize that your coils are still there. They're just a little squished. To revive them, we're going to use the Soultanicals Wrapper for Light Hydrating Kink Drink, one of my favorites. I accidentally broke the cap, so we're going to be using it in this small little spray bottle. To refresh the hair, begin by focusing one ponytail at a time, generously spritzing with the Hydrating Kink Drink. Then removing the hair tie and fluffing with your hands. And that's it! Continue doing this for all of the remaining ponytails. Spritzing and fluffing, and then you're done. Day 2 hair. This is my most natural, carefree 4C wash and go, showcasing all of my kinks and curls and enhancing my 4C texture. I love this wash and go because it's all naturally me, no manipulation and no stretch. Just me, my fro, and my coils, and I've grown to love that. This style can last me up to 5 to 7 days with minimum effort to maintain. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a big thumbs up, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. And never forget to live in love with you.